Alright, greetings. Alright, thank you for joining us tonight. I was going to do a George Carlin connection. I guess we'll do that tomorrow because I completely forgot about it, but it doesn't feel like tonight is a good time for it. Tonight's subject is alien disclosure intensifying. So that's kind of tells you right there. We're going into a new era. I've already said that. It's going to increase over the next couple of weeks. And I received a download basically is like some of us are sacrificing our time to go into this. Enjoying the mockery of it too. Is basically many are in denial once again, as not everybody but a good amount are in denial, not ready, whatever it might be. Fear is a big number. Fear is a large one out there. Denial and fear mixed into each other cause an avalanche of difficulties, but we will prevail. We're going into basically, I'm getting this right now, this is a new one, the Galactic month. That's a new one. Maybe that's not, well, it's new for me. Yeah, so basically what I'm seeing here, yeah, our months are being crystallized to more disclosure energies. As we're going into the disclosure phase. Now the reason I'm bringing this up is to, those that are ready for this or okay with it, or you're allowing more to happen too. So that has a lot to do with that, and mental preparedness has a lot to do with it. Once again, I'm going to keep saying it because it's a big deal. Fear, as those just laugh about this and just go on their way, and then when it happens, they scream and go, it's the days of our lives. In this galactic month is a time of the spiritual groups are going to be switched over eventually. It is much the same old, not in all cases, but that's going to go through a massive upgrade over time. Basically, connecting more within, going to astral projection become more clear here, and just
more astral education. It's another thing for human, basically connecting to spirit, connecting to more of your higher ambitions. It sounds like there's an airport right down the road. If you can hear that. Jeez. Yeah, I called him before I did this, just so they can interrupt. Now I understand I'm getting channeled messages as I'm talking about this, so it's pretty fascinating. I do get feed, attacks here and there, but off camera usually. But I'm working on it, because I'm going into a different loop, so it's intensifying, but it's getting better. It's just, especially work situation. I also do the radio show tomorrow. I might do it at 7 o'clock. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just do it at 8 o'clock. But I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do yet. Depends on if anyone's doing any lawn work next door. So that's what, and of course it's hotter than anything in here, so I might just wait for it to cool down. So 8 o'clock might be the time. During the day it's like 100 degrees in here, so something around those lines. So I'm gonna do the radio show tomorrow and the 4th of July. I just post the links on what is it called, Facebook and Twitter, and you just have to watch that. Mostly 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure. Of course, I can't do it Thursday because of webinar, and then Friday I'm going to be back by 8 p.m. Eastern. So I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna do a video here. So my brain's gonna be like freaking out. So should be interesting. It's kind of burning me out, but it's not really. I'm getting a charge from it. So I'll go on the radio and basically talk to myself for an hour, unless somebody calls in. Doesn't have to whatever. Just go by what comes through. But it is interesting to get different people's perspectives. But it doesn't happen, it's okay. We're going to be connecting to probably more disclosure energies. I'm pretty much like a disclosure liaison, you can say. I didn't know that until recently. Basically, panic in the street is possible. Oh yeah, I should have put this in the title. I forgot. No, it doesn't matter. When I have a time at work, I can connect. Now they don't give me everything, so it's kind of like, it's kind of like connecting to the president, and I'm only getting a little bit of information. I'm like a press secretary. You know, I'm here to, I'm only getting, I'm trying to get as much information I can, but there's only so much I can get. I do a little bit more than that, but it's kind of like that. I'm giving you your briefing, your galactic briefing. Once again, well, yeah, they'll give you, so that's pretty fine. Yeah, so yeah, get used to all this. This is going to be the rhythm of it all. America, Russia, China. What I got was, once this does occur, and the skies will happen all at once from what I'm gathering, at least at this point. Now obviously, who knows? But it'll be the skies lighting up, alien visitation. People are going to be freaking out. A lot of people that believe in all this alien stuff aren't ready for it. It's not going to happen in my time. Think again. Well, if you don't want to think again, go right ahead. If you don't believe it's going to happen, I mean, it can and it will. If you want to be in denial, it's up to you. But it does seem like it's going to intensify. Maybe sooner than you think. The Space Force is part of it, but I'm not sure when that's going to go public. But yeah, America, Russia, China. China is going to be the Asian countries, of course. Russia being part of Europe. America is kind of representing, obviously, America, but London and parts of Europe also. Greenland. Greenland is all the love it can get. And of course, South America, with America too. It's Brazil, maybe, I don't know. Over time, it's going to scatter out, but in the beginning, it might be just America at first. It's hard to say where it's going to start. I'm not sure. It might be America. It might be New York City. I'm not sure if that's a good place for that, but who knows? It could be, because either way, it's not going to be a bunch of, and I also see it during the day. It's not going to be at night. So yeah, when it happens all at the same time, there'll be places where it's dark and places where there's lights. So yeah, happening all at once. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but either way, it might not be all together. Either way, it's going to be America, China, Russia. It's like that. Yeah, the Galactic Month. That's a good one. That's a new one. Basically, our timelines are being crystallized into new vibrations. As we're accepting the new energies, the new, not with fear, but with love, with understanding that the old Earth is, many are just not ready for this, obviously. It's kind of spooky, isn't it? Well, for some. I'm not spooked at all. I'm more welcoming in right now. Gee, let's get this going. Yeah, many are just like, let's get it going. So many don't want to change the waves of their lives, and yeah, the life is not going to shift instantly, but it's going to go into a new paradigm. Many are believing it's time, and I believe so. Also, let's see what else I can get with this. Different scenarios, basically just not to worry about it so much. We're being, I don't want to say pushed, but we're graduating to a new era. Let's put it that way. The old timelines are being healed. That's another reason why it hasn't happened sooner, is the timelines are, going through a lot of ordeals. Just maybe that's beyond my pay grade, but it has a lot to do with the timeline, friction between timelines coming into this, a new timeline. So it feels like they have to wait a lot for obvious reasons. But like the Illuminati grid around the Earth has not fully lifted, but lifted enough we're allowing this to occur. The positive Illuminati energies are, now I've been connecting to them for ever since I actually got into this. Little by little, basically, once again, let it go of fear and just see what you get. Also, in the neutral, I was connected to a neutral being yesterday of the Illuminati. Yeah, some of you has a little skepticism. Do I trust that or not? If you don't trust, I don't blame you. But not to say it's all kind of. I felt when I brought that in, I felt some kind of pullback from it. It's like it's okay, I'm here, but I don't want to be here. It was like a little bit. So, not to say it's all. It's. So take it with whatever you want to take it with. But the positive Illuminati energies, basically, I made a connection with them before I came into this world to carry this out. Not everyone's going to agree with it for obvious reasons. But the chatter, I mean, we're all coming down to like it's time for this to occur. There's no real main events happening around the world, really, other than whatever's manufactured by the media. That's pretty dull. Media-wise, event-wise, pretty dull. So it's a perfect time for all this to start coming in. Give people enough to talk about. I've also got kind of indications of events. Like 9/11. They're using like 9/11 as a trigger. Not to say it's going to occur, but an event that will change lives. So, you know, I kind of ran into that today a little bit. It's like on a video on YouTube. It's like, that's kind of funny how I run into that. I'm not looking for it. It just sort of ran into it. So I thought that was kind of like a sign of things to come. What's what I'm gathering. It's basically just to trust the energies, trust everything will be okay. Many that are involved with this, it's not a lot. Wonder why it's not really going to the channel. People are talking about the event, but it's like, what the fuck is that? The new Earth, and well, we got stages towards that. So this is stage, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, this is the pill that many are going to have difficulty swallowing. That's for sure. No, this is dead serious. This is the month of transition. So, anyway, got an indication. So, yeah, your daily lives, many are not going to be used to it, but it's basically going to be, let's see, in the skies. Not to bring up too much information to it right now, but preparation is underway. Obviously, it's been going on for several years, but basically, it's now we got the green light. The elite have pulled back enough, whereas allowing there won't be too much interference for this to happen to the negative elite, at least. So the negative ones, or they don't call themselves negative, the enforcers, whatever they're calling themselves, the enlightened ones. Money doesn't mean anything. Power means everything. Money eventually will be pulled away from us. Well, in due time. It won't seem important anymore. Connecting astrally, spiritually, that will be, you know, that would be the new utopia. Of course, we got a while for that, obviously. Once again, now, to give you indication, this can happen. See, this is what most humans, you still have a choice. And many don't connect to, you know, even give it, you're not ready for it. You know, at this rate, like if we have no alien visitation at this rate, like we just continue on our path, it'd probably be like, what, 10 million years by the time we get alien connections? I mean, you think 400 years? Seriously? This world? It looks like 10 million years, more likely. Or add another 50 million, 60 million years. Then we'll get our alien visitation. The rate we're at right now, because nothing much is really evolving. Not really, you know, for ego purposes, some of it, but we're not really evolving. Little bits here and there. People don't want to hear it, but when you look at it, it's not looking too good. Not really. The manipulations are excellent here, as for the third dimension point of view. So yeah, basically a lot of cages are going to be rattled for sure worldwide. They're going to have to cut through into our reality eventually. So let's see. As basically, it's a psychological transition, of course. Basically, to get used to new energies, new way of looking at things. It's going to happen all at once. Now, one thing I did ask, I still have not got a full answer on. Once again, I'm like the Galactic Press Secretary in some ways. Representative, Galactic Representative. Yeah, that's probably a better word for it. Galactic Representative. Let's put it that way. Galactic Federation of Light. Ashtar Command is involved. But it's still, like I said, a small group. You'd think it would be like a huge ass group involved. Actually keep it really self-contained, because that's the other thing. Like, I also saw, it's like, how many really want to get, like, let's put it this way. What I'm getting is the beings that are going to bring in first contact, or whatever you want to call it, they don't want it to affect their worlds, their their families. So like, there's like a Blackops type of thing. There's like SEAL team type of thing. I'm serious. It's like they know there's going to be casualties too to them by us, because we're just such a friendly planet. Oh, we're so friendly. We have guns everywhere. We're scared after death. I mean, even when a hurricane comes, might as well shoot that, right? See how far I get with that. Yeah, we're just a very friendly race, of course, due to it's due to manipulations, has a lot of complications, giving away free will. It's one thing after the other. So, yeah, take this with a grain of salt, but look at it. It's like, obviously they're not here to baby us, no, but they're here to help us move on, move from this. Because right now, at this rate, geez, I mean, it's like, almost gives you a headache. It's like, it's the same old, same old, same old. I mean, there's just not only so much you can connect with. So with disclosure, it's basically, once again, a small group. Now, how many is in a small group, they're not saying, but they're aware of the consequences of it's going to happen to them. They're helping us, not babying us. They're not, you know, some are going to be worshipping them, some are going to be scared of them. Some of the beings aliens might get shot by us. Jeez, no surprise there, but they're aware of it. So, as for like communications, they haven't really given me details of that, like how they're going to get their information to us. It might go through the shadow government that's going to make itself sort of known, kind of. So it might just go through the government system as for who they are and everything. It's hard to say. We'll just have to see what happens. But yeah, once again, it's a small group. So not every being or channeling is always going to connect with it. Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe mostly no, because you're not involved with it. Because remember, a lot of them coming in is like a self-sacrifice. It's like we're going to do this, and we might not be going home. So yeah, it's one of those things. That's what I'm getting. So, of course, it goes to the Galactic Federation. Like, they get knowledge of it, but it's still a small group that's taking a chance with us. Let's put it that way. And there's enough of them that are positive enough that this will work out pretty well. Of course, you know, shake down. But it's also us here that are giving away our time, lives. We're here to do it also, to assist in our transition. So we just have to wait and see what happens, is what I'm getting from it. Yeah, it's going to be not the easiest transition, obviously. As for, yeah, how they're going to get information from them to us through different channelers are going to be activated more, and who knows, like I said, through the government. It's basically going to feel like you're on another planet. It feels like, we'll just have to wait and see, but it feels like you're going to feel like you're on a whole another world. It's like, yeah, because now this is what I'm getting. It's like the government's already been planning for this for a while. They're just not sure when it's gonna occur or how it's gonna occur. So it's like plan whatever. Become, you know, like, okay, UFO phase 1 activate. So all the TVs get sent over. You know, I'm serious. Get taken over or whatever it is to broadcast whatever message there is for this. Things like that. So they've been preparing for this for a while. It's a shadow government has, not exactly the military, you know, whatever, however that works. But this will be, it might be fighter jets around it too, possibly, just to check it out. What I'm saying, but I see it during the day. It might be New York City. It's a possibility. I don't think it's gonna be Washington. That's too just, God, that's tough. Yuck. Washington's too screwed up. Might be. I don't think it'll be Florida. I don't. It has to be a heavily populated place would probably be the best spot. New York City is probably number. I don't know. They're not giving me. I don't think it would be California. It feels like New York City. I'm gonna put my bets on that. I'm not really sure. So yeah, basically you'll see it in the skies, and just you'll see those weirdness, and they can't deny it. People are going to freak out. New York, of course, the Twin Tower situation. That kind of, you know, they've been giving me images of 9/11, and then they show the alien stuff. So that kind of makes sense in that regard. So like that's sort of. So we'll just have to see. It feels like New York, you know, just, you know. People aren't going to see this one, that's for sure. A lot of people are going to be in denial. Some would be feel illuminated. Others are going to go into depression. It's going to have all the whatever nonsense we're going to go through. That's when we're going to go into the dawn of the new age. Basically, this is pretty much what we're working towards for 2012. Awaken. So. And then it become alien days of our lives after that. So, but at least they're here. At least it's something. I mean, they're here now. They're just not showing themselves. So channelings and all that, just preparing for it. I don't think everybody's going to get a dream about this. Some people might. I don't think everyone's going to get a dream, but some will. As for indication that they're working on. Now, other areas, yeah, it's because it's a visitation. You know. Now I'm just going by New York for, I don't know where they're going to show them, but because it's a high, you know, it's a military country, and you know, whatever. They'll get a lot of attention, you know, send it across the world, and eventually the other sites will, like China and Russia, might open up later. Or, I mean, I do feel at the same time, but if at the same time, isn't China going to be asleep if it's in the afternoon? I don't know if they're all daytime at the same time. I'm not sure. Yeah, if they're all at daytime at the same time, whenever that is, you know, then it's highly likely. So, but I have to see. Yeah, it's a galactic month. Jeez. Anything else? They can't give away too much, of course. They're just gonna go rehash the old panic. But you're. You know, I feel their energy is very positive, it's very kind, and it's just excitement on their hand, on them too. It's excitement from them, and excitement for many of us to finally get to experience this. Been talking about it, hearing about it. It'll be Palladian. It'll be mostly males, I believe, and maybe a female, maybe, but I'm seeing mostly the males. Well, let's see how it happens. I don't think I'll see little grays walking around, freak people out. I did see that mantis. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not. Maybe down the road. Eventually, other beings will make their appearance, but mostly it's going to be Palladian groups at this time. Somebody would say, call them the tall whites, or call them whatever you want. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It seems like the secret space program is allowing this to come through too, from what I'm gathering. So it's just time. It's just when it will occur. It's pretty neat. So being, you know, it's like this is the Galactic Briefing, you can call it. So just call these Galactic Briefings, or whatever you call it. Yeah, once again, not everyone's going to be briefed. They're not saying why. I guess some people just can't handle all this because of life choices, and you know, they offered it, and people was like, just take the good life. So, you know, I want to keep my bank account full. I don't want to see it to go down to zero. So some of us sign up for it. Screw it. It's like, so that might be one of the reasons. I'm not sure how that works. Because yeah, your reputation kind of goes on the drain. And in some ways, yeah, it does. I mean, you might get some attention, but you're just being as a kook, basically, which is fine. But I'm gonna tell you, I mean, I picked up on Trump having. I'll tell you, I forgot about. I don't know if I said this on the radio, but I'll say it here.
when I started channeling, when I started doing talking on the after the channel, you know, like a year into it, I get my commentary on things. When I looked at Bill O'Reilly, this when Bill O'Reilly was still on TV, I said, you know, I'm not the alien disclosure is going to have difficulty with Bill O'Reilly in that spot. And then like a month later, he lost his job. Did I will that? It's like, it was like maybe a couple months later. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't. It was like I mentioned. It's like with him there, this is gonna be hard. And then he lost his job, you know, because he's, you know, whatever, he's scummy anyway. So, you know, and then Trump won after that. So yeah, this was quite a while ago. I think Bill O'Reilly lost his job, then Trump went to the election. Yeah, I saw Trump winning, and sure enough, he won. So, yeah. Now here we are talking about alien disclosure. So, of course, I got the Super Bowl wrong, but I think some kind of thing got added. Doesn't matter. That doesn't mean anything anyway. It's crap. I'm glad the Patriots lost anyway. So, yeah, there's a lot of corruption with them. That's for sure. So with this, it's, you know, I mean, I'm feeling this all. I'm being a program being, you know, guided to go into this basically for Galactic, a Galactic update, basically, Galactic Briefing. Let's see. Not to worry, your souls will be secure. As a transition, many are going to feel like they're going out of body, going to astral instantly to connect to this. Many souls are going to basically go into self-destruction because of depression, because they like the third dimensional way of looking at things. So yeah, a lot of humans here are aware that there's aliens here. It's just they like their lives so much, they deny it. They just put up all their walls. You know, I think majority do that. So it's like, and making our lives miserable for everybody else that doesn't want to live in this anymore. It doesn't want to be a part of the money system, the healthcare system. You know, it's all just junk. You know, it's not doing us any favors. But those that get the system to work for them, they love it. My family has that. Not everybody in my family, but some do. And so, you know, I got astrally attacked by one of my family members. Obviously, they know what I'm doing, but they don't know that much detail. But so, you know, it's denial right now, and when they start appearing, denial. So, yeah, it feels like, yeah, it's like UFO phase, whatever it is, or the government, just like, kind of like with it. I'm using the terrorism stuff as an example because it's similar to it, but not with the terrorism stuff. Like with terrorism, like we're at a red alert, we're at a blue, or whatever it is. You know, I remember seeing on TV during 9/11, all that nonsense. The alien stuff is kind of the same thing. I'm not sure if they'll make that public, but they're already set up for it. So, not to say they're going to shoot things down, but of course they do. I believe they do have that, but that's all being fixed. Yeah, that's probably another reason why things are taking so long. Because our government's got to get its, you know, head out of its ass, basically. That's probably another reason why it hasn't happened sooner than later. I would guess that's a bit. Well, that's part of the Illuminati. You know, like I said, the doorways feel like they have opened. The floodgates have opened. They're allowing more of it to come through. As for when and how is another story, but it seems like we're getting closer to it. It's time. It's time for the heart attacks to happen. Yeah, the hard truth is going to come in. So yeah, majority of your human here is in denial. It's like they know it's here, but they, you know, I don't know why you would want to. Justin Bieber. It's like, did you guys really sign up for this? So, more power to you. More power to you. You say we're the crazy ones. Yeah, think again. So, yeah. So, yeah. The alien visitation, maybe we'll get better music. That'd be good.
less manipulation of the foods. It's they're not giving me too much information on it, but yeah, I mean, you might probably see it's just, you know, you're gonna get, if you want it, you'll get an upgrade and be able to assist the planet. That's probably where we're heading. Is what it's, you know, because we got to do it. They'll help us do it, but it's in our hands. That's what I'm gathering here, which makes sense. Now it's gonna be a fast process, but you never know. So it's gonna be really weird. So in a good way. So and a lot of people are gonna say no, they don't want that. They want their Justin Bieber. You can have it. What the fuck? Oh, enjoy it. Go, my. What the hell we sign up for anyway? It's like the Twilight Zone. Jeez. I know it's like a nightmare, but that's the way it is. Okay. Let's see. Does anybody need to connect with? Let's see if I can bring in somebody. I'll try the Illuminati thing again. See if I get something a little bit. Somebody that actually wants to come through. With a little bit more, or how about an angel? Maybe that'd be a better deal. Maybe that'd be better. Yeah, let's do the angels instead. Yeah, give me more, yeah, about the subject matter. I don't think I've done that. Alright, here we go. Those things, here we go. Greetings, I am Michael. Yes, the pineal, your gland, pineal gland, I can't even pronounce it here, will be activated during this transition. Those that wish for it to be transformed, activated. As many of you are already on that timeline as it is, you're already feeling new vibrations. And basically, yes, your mission here has been slightly activated, but not in full. Basically, you'll get dreams, understandings, when it truly needs to come through. Basically, much of it will come through as just a feeling of new earth energies. And one is to, yes, take the pill of your new visitors, those that are here. To not to be afraid of the negative. Not to be afraid of your common human, as many of them are vicious, being controlled by the reptilians and, yes, manipulative. The masters of manipulation are here, and they are, yes, running most of your human consciousness. Not all of them. They are causing blockages for many of you. Many of you want the end of that, so taking responsibility, self-sacrifice in a lot of ways to give back to others. To get back to humanity, what it truly needs, a healing. Think of this visitation or this event connection as a healing, a mass world healing. Some need to let out those fears, negativities. As for the darkness of the soul, as for knowing who's outside your planet is now here. As yes, much fear has been written around that, as your alien friends for such a long time. Yes, your angels are very much of a alien energy also, bring enlightenment to the soul. But it's also realize, as you become more self-responsible, you won't need so many guides or angels around you. You yourself will turn into an angel. Because you trust yourselves more. Your guides are here to guide you because it's difficult to guide yourself. But as you raise your vibration, so think of this as a spiritual upgrade than an invasion. As basically the soul
yes, has to graduate eventually. Yes, living in the grade that many are in, they've been there for too long. And they can stay there longer if they wish, but those that wish to graduate, graduation is around the corner. Because you still have free will. The transition of your Earth from 3rd to 4th will increase. Many of you are making it happen. But also those that don't believe this, part of them is allowing it to occur because they're curious. They might say, I don't believe in any of this, but there's a curiosity that was within them. A knowing of the unknown. They're just not ready to explore that stuff. That side, but they're allowing you to explore it for them, to bring it to them. And they're still not sure if they'll make the choice or not to believe it or not. So yes, it always comes to personal responsibility. Enlightenment is coming to your environment. Trust yourselves. Blessings. That's right. For those that are new to all this is IvanTower.com. We have private sessions throughout the week. The questions, that's we're in about 5 days about that for some. Also Spirit Social, same situation here. Yeah, Patreon to support the channel. Thank you for those that are supporting it. Also the social network. And J Comic Rabbit is on its way. Maybe this week, sometime this week, will be released. So, all right, blessings everyone. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.